Okay. Hello, folks. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're tuning in from. Great to have you here. My name is Todd LeBlanc. I'm going to have a chance to take you through and talk a lot of great content for you folks to hear today. Here, looking to introduce you and welcome you to the Humber's International Graduate School, where graduate level professional education is happening in downtown Toronto. Lots of great content over the next 45 minutes or so. There's actually a view of our skyline here in Toronto. Those of you that are familiar, maybe you're in the Greater Toronto area, perhaps you're elsewhere. Our campus is actually located at the intersection of Yonge and Bloor, so right downtown. I think I've looked at this map before. I think we're like straight down from about, I think like here-ish, actually, if you can see my mouse. So we're the downtown campus at Humber College. Super excited to talk to you, get to meet with you and learn with you today. Those that are also in the area of Toronto know how the weather is today. And so we've had a lot of power outages and internet connection hiccups. So if that's something that happens in our session at some point, we are recording. If it happens to you, you have to drop off. We are recording the session on YouTube. You can check out later on as well. But great to have you folks here, and thanks for tuning in. So again, that's my name. My name is Todd LeBlanc. You see him pronouns. I serve as the AD for student experience at the International Graduate School. I'll get more to that in a minute, but really my work is to support all the out-of-classroom experience and helping you make community, adjusting to making your experience here at our campus a meaningful one. But let's talk about what the IGS is all about, and maybe have a chance to meet some other people on our call and what we're going to talk about on our session today. So first and foremost, like, what is the IGS? It's a relatively new campus. I'll talk about that. And then what can you study? Probably the most important reason why you're coming here. You're looking for me for a program at the graduate level this September. Let's talk about what those options are, meet some faculty, meet some of your associate deans, learn about what your options are here at the IGS. At the IGS, we do things a little bit differently than we do at Lakeshore and North Campus. So if you're tuning into those sessions as part of our summer info sessions earlier this week and maybe later on this week, that's amazing. But we're doing things a little bit differently. We'll talk about that support framework and how we work here at the IGS. And then, of course, at the end of the day, we want to make sure you have your questions answered. So if you have any questions for us, you can always use the chat functionality through YouTube right now. They'll be sent to us and we can answer them to you. But also at the end, we'll have some dedicated time. We'll do some Q&A there. Without further ado, let's kind of move on and kind of welcome you to our community. So there's our building downtown. Again, like I mentioned, we're at intersection Yonge and Bloor. We're actually 59 Hayden Street, if you want to Google map us. So 59 Hayden Street. And we're at our building right there downtown. But let's talk about what our IGS is at a glance. How do we kind of come to be all of that? So as I mentioned, located downtown. So unlike Lakeshore and North, we have a different location in the greater city of Toronto. For us, we have a proximity to technology and business in terms of operations, companies, organizations being located in the downtown core. But that allows us to have some really cool industry partnerships and relationships that often leads to employment opportunities for our learners. So my colleague, Rena DeMito, is going to talk to you a little more about our IC Hub later on, where we can specialize in that work. Our campus launched in January 2021, so right in the middle of the pandemic. And growth has considerably taken on numbers, about 480 at launch, and we're about 1,750 students over the last semester. Academic programs, we'll talk about a bunch today, but ones in technology, research, and hospitality are things you can learn about in this session today. And I think some of our hallmarks of the IGS is that we offer purpose-built programming for you graduate learners. So we have our industry and community connector hub. That's all about career engagement, work integrated learning, support. And my colleague Rena will speak to that. We have a career mentorship program where you have the opportunity to meet with folks that are in industry and maybe in your area of work. You can have a chance to build some networks that are professional, be recent grads, those kind of things. And we have a common course that is really centered on community and, again, industry engagement. So IGS campus, a lot of really innovative things that are focused on that graduate learner. And so hopefully you can find some meeting in this session today and get along as well. In terms of what you can study at the IGS this September, we'll have 3 faculties represented here today with 7 different programs. So I'll introduce them all in a minute, but you can see Faculty of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Faculty of Longo's Faculty of Business, and then Faculty of Applied Science and Technology. A range of programs, again, tech, research, hospitality, and so on. You'll have a chance to learn about them more later in this session. But without further ado, let's go over to our first AD. So Colleen, over to you to speak out, Research Analyst.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today to speak with you about our Research Analyst program. I am the Acting Associate Dean for Mathematics and Research here at Humber. One of our wonderful placement advisors, Karen Palamo, is joining us in the chat today. She had hoped to be on camera, but they're having power issues where she is, so she won't be on camera today. Next slide, please, Todd. Thank you. Right. So I'm here to talk about the Research Analyst program. It's a postgraduate program, postgraduate certificate program offered for any student with a degree in any area. Okay, the program is geared towards students who would like to pursue a career in market or social research. It's a one-year program consisting of 2 semesters of in-class learning, where students will learn subjects such as research ethics, quantitative and qualitative methods, survey design, research project management, new research technologies, and more. And after they've got those 2 semesters of in-class learning, they will have 1 semester of a work integrated learning placement. So that's a co-op placement where they'll get to go out into industry and apply those skills that they learned in their courses and make great connections. So students are engaging in practical research across various sectors, including marketing, finance, pharma, education, health, arts, government, nonprofit, and social service agencies, among others. Next slide, please. Thank you. So what makes the Research Analyst program special? Well, lots of hands-on learning, both in the classroom from professors who are knowledgeable and have experience within the field, and in their work integrated learning co-op placements. Industry relevant curriculum. We meet with our program advisory committee multiple times a year and make sure that our content is relevant to what the industry wants. Many cutting edge tools, Power BI, SPSS, Tableau, among others. We have a wealth of expertise within our faculty. And as we heard mentioned before, and you'll learn a little bit more about later, for IGS students only, we have the Industry and Community Connector Hub, so the IC Hub, which is a great opportunity for students to develop their career skills and so on. So here is just a small sampling of the work integrated partnerships that we have with our industry partners. So really leaders in the field of market and social research, the Logic Group, Dig Insights, BrandSpark International, and many more. Many of these organizations are located right in the downtown core, which is convenient for those studying at our IGS campus. Okay. Along with this, we have placement advisors who support students in applying for and preparing for these positions. Okay, so here's just a sampling of some of the jobs that our graduates might go into after graduating from the program: a market research analyst, data analyst, policy analyst, or a financial analyst, among others. Okay, and here are a few of our notable alumni. Samantha Lewis, she is now working at UHN Hospital doing some research there. Caroline Shuhit-Robb, currently a research manager at Synchronous. Busola Akin-Olawar is a director at Versa Research. Kate Barker is a systems planning and reporting lead with the Ontario Ministry of Labour. And B. Kalahong and Mahak Dawan both secured research positions in the medical clinical field. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for listening. I've got some contact information if you're interested in finding out more. Our program coordinator, Mary Takas, myself, the acting associate dean, and then our 2 placement advisors, Bavi Gandhi and Karen Palamo.
Cheers, Colleen. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Research Analyst is a really cool program. A lot of our students we see come through that. A lot of internships we see, and a lot of our student leaders actually tend to be in that program. So love. Let's kind of carry on our conversation. Again, if there's any questions, Colleen, let's see the questions in the chat. Okay, next over to Dr. Linda Jin Trundle, talking about the Faculty of Business. Linda, over to you.
Thank you very much, Todd. I'm Linda Jin Trundle, and I'm one of the Associate Deans from the Longo Faculty of Business. Many of our graduate certificate programs run down at our wonderful IGS campus. And one of the ones that we will be talking about today, or three of the programs that we're talking about today, is marketing management, human resource management, and hospitality, tourism, and management from there. Next slide. For our marketing management program, it is a one-year graduate certificate program or 2 semesters, along with a field experience in your 3rd semester. We have fall, winter, and spring intake, so we accept students throughout 3 different semesters or 3 different terms. Our scheduling is block-based, so students have a set curriculum and set number of courses that they would take. And all the participants have hands-on events. From the picture here, you can see that we are engaging in our MLSE corporate partnership, where our students learn professional selling in order for us to support Campfire Circle, a camp specially designed for students or children who are dealing with very difficult situations and diseases. So our students in our marketing management program get together, they learn how to pitch and sell tickets for Marley games, hockey games, and you get to attend a game, as well as support a fantastic charity. So that is our marketing management program. And majority of our marketing management students end up finding employment. Next slide, please. As account executives, brand managers, communication managers. A lot of them are going into digital right now. So one of the greatest things about our marketing management programs, or all of our programs, is we are very, very current. So whatever is coming down the tube in terms of what our employers are asking for, we incorporate that into the curriculum. So at the end of our 2 semester in classes, all of our students find their placements in one of these positions. And more often than not, after their will or workplace integrated, they end up finding employment, full-time employment with the industries or the companies that they placed with. Next slide, please, Todd. Our HR program, again, is a one-year grad certificate, and again, 3 semesters. We have an intake in the fall, the winter, and the spring, and again, the schedules are block-based. We always participate in an annual alumni panel and networking event. It is actually happening today here at our Lakeshore campus. We also have it at the IGS as well. All of our faculty are industry experts. Many of our faculty who teach participate or work in large organizations such as WSIB. So I have one professor who is an award winner with WSIB right now. The HRPA recognizes our program here at Humber as part of the requirements for the designation afterwards. So one of the things that our HR management program does allow is for continuous learning into receiving industry recognition and certification thereafter. The benefits of working in this area or studying in this area will allow you to find jobs later on, ranging from benefit administrators to training coordinators, talent acquisition associates. And again, with these courses, because we are so connected with industry, we update our curriculum on a very, very regular basis. We are introducing a new course come this winter called People Analytics. So our industry is asking for our graduates to have knowledge in the area of analytics. And as we hear from our industry, we do incorporate that into our curriculum in order to job ready our students. Thanks, Todd. The Hospitality Tourism Operations Management, again, it is a one-year graduate certificate with a September intake. It is offered at the IGS in our downtown campus, and again, it is scheduled on block base. So that means that the students have a set curriculum that they all go through as a cohort. There is again a field experience in that third semester where we will ask our students to go out and work within industry. The curriculum has key areas within industry, including sales, marketing, human resource, leadership, strategic business planning. So within our tourism and hospitality programs, often our students will find positions in leading organizations. So they learn leading technologies by notable global brands, including Opera, and that is the hotel management systems software. So there is much hands-on as well as the technical area. Upon graduating from this program, you will become either a hotel general manager or a tour operator, an attractions manager, a travel consultant, directors of foods and beverages, sales and marketing, human resources, and you will be managing conferences and events as well. Many, many opportunities here of employment. And here are some of the areas and companies that our students have placed with. Fairmount Hotels and Resorts. Some of our students go as far as Banff Springs Hotel. They work with Hyatt. They work with Hilton, Comfort Inn, many, many of the organizations and hotels that are very recognizable. Thank you very much for your interest with the Longo Faculty of Business. There is information on this sheet. Feel free to contact our program coordinators, Sheila Moore for Marketing Management, Parveen Gill. Gill is with a double L there. She is our HR program coordinator. Christy Adams, okay, is our PC of Hospitality Tourism Operations. And once again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm Linda Gintrundle, the Associate Dean here.
So much for that insight. Yes, I'll fix that for the slide there. My apologies for the typo for that one and Christie's. Thank you so much. All right, moving along here over to Francis Sims, our AD for FAST.
My name is Francis Sims, and I'm the Associate Dean in Faculty of Applied Sciences and Technology here at Humber. What I'm going to talk about today is we're going to talk about two programs that we offer through the IGS within the Faculty of Applied Sciences and Technology. One is very technical, and you need some technical chops to come into. And the second one is about how you get from zero technical to technical. So what we'll start with is our Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning Graduate Certificate, which is 2 semesters. And the idea here with this program is we're taking learners that have had previous post-secondary experience in programming and in mathematics. It could be statistics, it could be functions, it could be calculus. And then we're giving them the opportunity to become AI developers and practitioners, right? A lot of talk about AI these days. 80% of people, knowledge workers, have said that they've used AI in the workplace. Many of those people, according to a Microsoft and LinkedIn survey recently, say that they're bringing in their own tools into the workplace and using them. And so there's a lot of confusion and stress. You know, in all the different verticals, you could think healthcare, finance, manufacturing, where organizations don't know how to adopt these AI tools. So what we do here is we give learners with some limited technical experience to begin with the opportunity to really become that AI and machine learning practitioner. And over to the right, what you'll see is some of the topics that are covered through courses within these 2 semesters. You know, general data analytics, machine learning, deep learning. You'll hear these words all the time if you Google AI. Math, cloud. You can't do anything without having your data stored on some sort of server in the cloud. Project management and ethics. As we become and develop our skills around AI, it's really important that we do that in an ethical way, with a mindset of, helping to augment and support people in their roles, as opposed to looking for ways to remove their roles. There's a course in the first semester around career prep. And then the second semester is where you really get into the deep technical skill sets around AI, image processing, computer vision. Business applications teach you how to apply those skills in various verticals, and then a forward-looking course on emerging technology. Now, what I have at the bottom here is 2 semesters worth of capstone projects. So capstone projects within our graduate certificate, as within many programs at Humber, are a very important part of the experience. What it does is it gives the learners an opportunity to engage directly with industry, through projects that we help to find or we find for you, and actually develop applications that you can add to your portfolio, right? These projects students add to their portfolio, and then they in turn help them to go out and get a job after. Here's an example of four projects that we've recently showcased, and I'll explain our capstone showcase at the end of my presentation. We had a team. These are posters that various student teams have created, and they've developed these applications through the work at Humber and in this program. One group used AI to help with recruitment. We talk a lot about how AI is being used to do resume scanning. Well, what does that mean? How do you do that ethically, right? This student took this. Another student. Group of students looked at architecture and how they could, automatically apply different color palettes or furniture layouts in various situations. A third team worked directly with one of our partners in automation and robotics to help develop some AI models. Right, this little vehicle, drives around the parking lot, for example. And then the group over to the right here looked at an application of AI in renewable energy. We hear a lot about, the evolution of EVs across Canada, and how we're going to be able to support the charging across such a vast geography. This group looked at ways to sort of build that sort of infrastructure. So that's the AI graduate program, certificate program, 2 semesters. It runs out of the International Graduate School as well as the North Campus. Next slide, please. And now we'll move into what we call our Information Technologies Graduate Certificate. This is a 2-year program or 4-semester program, and it takes you from 0 to IT. So you can come into this program with any credential that's post-secondary credentials, as like a bachelor degree or an advanced diploma. It could be in health sciences, it could be in finance, it could be in the creative arts. And what this program focuses on is taking the learner and giving them the skills that they need to compete in the competitive IT industry. And so maybe you're a creative arts type of person or somebody in healthcare, and you want to learn the IT skills so that you can go and sort of supercharge your career. So that not only can you do the subject matter expertise in that field, but you can also do the data analytics that might give you that sort of edge, right? And the way this program works is at the bottom left here, you'll see we start in semester 1 with the fundamentals, talking about operating systems, Java, web programming, databases, and then actually how you do the software development life cycle. We look at requirements and process modeling. And then in semesters 3, 4, and 2, 3, and 4, basically the rest of the program, you have the opportunity to specialize. Maybe you want to be a web developer and you just want to focus on that, or maybe you want to build the next great Oracle database, right? And you want to focus on database development at the bottom. Depending on your interest, this is a large program, lots of learners, so we have lots of different specialties that the learner can go into based on the interests that they have. Next slide, please. And maybe you come into this program and you already have a lot of technical skills. Well, we have another option, which is what we call our Enterprise Software Development Graduate Certificate, which is effectively the 2nd year of that previous program. So you can come in if you already have the required IT credentials and just take a 1-year focused in a particular area. And the nice thing about this program, like the previous program that I've mentioned, is the capstones. If we flip to the next slide, This is a picture of a recent capstone expo that we've had, and we alternate between having the expo at our beautiful IGS campus and at the North Campus. And what we do is we bring the learners together across all campuses. And you can see over here to the left, you know, the students have their poster boards set up. We have employers that come. We have sponsors for these capstone projects that are there, and it's really a huge networking opportunity. And many of our learners use these events to meet partners and showcase their skills, and then go and start working in that workplace. So, and then the last slide here for me is a couple of QR codes if you're interested in learning more about how the capstone is really sort of a key part of our programs, and because not only do we want students to learn the technical skills, but we want them to also interact with industry and build a portfolio. So that when I walk into an interview, they actually have something to showcase. On the left is the video of a recent capstone expo that we've had, and on the right is a recent project portal website that we set up so students can actually, if they're interested, go and populate their projects and then hyperlink to them in their LinkedIn or whatever. And that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Francis, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for joining us today and speaking about your folks' programs. That brings us into the academic pieces we want to talk about, but we do have some student service pieces and community building and connection to the campus that myself and my colleague Rena would like to speak to. So with that, I'll throw it over to my colleague Rena Demito. Rena, over to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rena Demito, and I'm the manager of the IC Hub. The IC Hub is the Industry and Community Connector Hub, and we have some very unique programming and services that we offer here at the International Graduate School to our learners, and I'll get into some of those in a couple of moments. But I do want to mention proudly that we are the IC Hub just recently was honored with being a finalist in the Employability International Impact Award for the Pioneer Awards. And that's the first time I've said that out loud. So I'm really happy to be sharing that with this audience. And I think it's a testament to the work that we do and the way that we support our learners on their career journeys. And that's a real focus of the International Graduate School of this campus. Next slide, please. So areas that we support our learners in. One of the areas is obviously working with our career staff. So we have a career staff, career advisors, and job developers that are front-facing with learners. And we actually have a portal that we communicate all of our events and opportunities for our students to engage and connect with our career advisors and book one-on-one appointments to get assistance with their resumes, with their LinkedIn profiles, with preparing for interviews, with anything that's job related. And as you come to this campus, you'll note that you're really on a career journey from the first day you come in. And at the beginning, it might be that you're looking for, part-time work while you're studying here. As you progress to your third semester, as you heard from some of the faculty members, internships, and then of course, launching your career. And the staff here is here to support you along that journey. We also have daily drop-in hours. So the proximity to staff, I think, is a real important factor for learners that are coming here, because they can get that kind of assistance on a daily basis, even without appointments. Because as you know, at times interviews happen real quick and you've got to prep real quick, and you do have that kind of support. Some of the unique programs that we have, all students at the IGS will take the Community and Industry Engagement course. Again, a very unique course across 17 programs. It's an interdisciplinary course, so you'll be working with students from different programs, very much like you will be when you've launched your careers. And this course focuses on skills, on the development of soft skills, essential skills that employers are looking for, like critical thinking, problem solving, leadership, and providing opportunities to exposure to industry as well. In speaking about exposure to industry, there are a lot of events that we plan that provide opportunities for you to develop your professional networks, like alumni panels, alumni mock interviews. And I think, one of the highlights is the employer campus recruitment events, where we invite employers on campus to meet with you and to screen candidates for jobs. Another very unique program that we have here that Todd mentioned earlier is our career mentorship program. So we have about 170 industry mentors who are matched up with students from different programs on a semesterly basis, and they provide career coaching. It's, in addition to the kind of coaching that you get from the career advisors, this is very industry specific. These are people who have walked in your shoes, who have had to navigate the labor market and have had to launch their careers, and can provide some very specific industry knowledge to help you launch your career. And I think that's about it for us. These are all services that are available in addition to the programs that you're in, regardless of the program that you're registered in. And I look forward to supporting all of you should you choose to come to our campus.
Awesome. Rita, that's brilliant. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Yeah, IC Hub is a great partner because of my area. So hi, folks, me again here. So I oversee what we call the Student Success Hub. And so I want to kind of balance what that work is. So industry, career prep, coaching, all that important work, that journey that you're seeking and looking to join this community for, Rita's team can support you with. And then adjacent to that, supporting that is what my team does in the Student Success Hub. So I listed kind of the four main kind of like pillars or areas of work that we do, whether it be a support and referral. So like you're looking, a student comes up with a question, how do we navigate that? So we have advisors that can help you get probing questions and get you to the right supports, and Greg refers referrals that exist at our community to help you the best way that you need it. We have a peer mentorship program that Rena and I are working together of sequencing. So students, when they come in, some of these folks in the pictures here, for example, they're a first semester student, they're looking for an upper semester mentor. Some semester one, that's great. You have a chance to meet someone, get connected, build some communities here at the IGS. And then as you progress, you can also then move on toward the career mentorship program, as Rena mentioned, as you come closer to the end of your time. We have other ranges of programs. Of course, we have our orientation programs and welcome to our community. We have a community hours, which is like a drop-in program. We explore the city. Here's some of our students here. This is before they went off to, we have a partnership with Toronto Metropolitan University. We don't have a gym on our campus, but we have one downtown. We always talk about the IGS as the city is your campus and the campus is your city. So getting out in the community, whether it's going to our public Toronto Reference Library, Toronto Public Libraries, going to the gym that you have access to. We have a lot of programming. We're trying to get our students out into the community and being more comfortable in knowing their city and navigating that space. So that kind of involves that making connections piece as well. And then of course, that's some of the logistical elements, right? Registration, fees, like how do I navigate all these pieces that can feel sometimes overwhelming from an administrative bureaucratic piece for a student? We have advisors that can help you with that work. And so we have drop-in hours at our Student Success Hub. Here's a picture of one of our advisors on the right there. Similarly, as Rena mentioned, her team works on the other side of our common area that students have access to. So I want to kind of highlight that piece as well. Last things I'll share, Rena alluded to a portal. And so I wanted to kind of quickly do a shared screen of what you can see what that looks like. So all of our students have access to what we call our My IGS portal. And so that is a one-stop shop place that students at the IGS have access to, whether it be booking appointments, whether it be finding info pages, whether it means looking for what events are happening on campus. Every learner at the IGS has a login to this that's curated to their view. I'll make it a little bigger for you folks. And so, whether you want to look up events, you want to ask a question, you want to book appointments, everything you want to do in this tool, there's lots of resources throughout this. It's curated to what your permissions are. So for example, if you are a marketing management student in the Faculty of Business semester 2, then the types of events that you see are curated to the type of audience and demographics that you fulfill. So again, you can see lots of different events that are happening on campus. We have like a postgraduate work permit. We have some immigration questions we have going on, but we have our drop-in community hours, for example, happening later on this week. Asking questions, we have a really quick way of getting back to students. We want to make sure this is one stop, not emailing this person, emailing that person, but centralizing that process. So we have a 24-hour response time. We're quite quick, often faster than that, for getting students' concerns answered. And then last but not least is our appointment functionality. So students are able to get appointments with advisors, like we mentioned, from Rena's team from the IC Hub, or colleagues from my team from the Student Success Hub, or the broader Humber community. So the students are able to, not feel like you're isolated, alone, and not sure how to move forward. We're here to support you, and hopefully you can reach out to us, feel confident that we're going to meet you where you are and help you navigate that challenge that you're working through. That's kind of a quick hitter on what the MyIGS portal is. But with that, I think we're coming close to the end of our time. I want to make sure you can have a chance to get some questions answered. Last thing I'll say is this. We have a session coming up in 2 weeks from now. If you scan this QR code, you'll see right here. So this is where the Ask Humber link goes to. There should be an active page on there now, if not in the next hour or so, about letting folks register for a virtual campus tour and a chance to meet some advisors and current students at the IGS. That's happening in 2 weeks from now, similar time. You can see the registration on there. I recommend you do that. But that's something if you're looking for more of a what's it like to be a student at this campus. Today was more centered on the academic experience. What could I choose to study if IGS was the right fit for me? So looking forward to seeing a few folks perhaps that are watching this live or in recording. You're welcome to tune in 2 weeks time for that as well. I'll leave you with this question, is what questions do you have? I think a lot of times we sometimes say, do you have any questions? And everyone's like, not really. We're expecting those questions. We built time into our session for this. So if you have any questions for us, you're welcome to drop them in the chat. Our colleagues will get them over to us, and hopefully we can get some clarity and some concerns answered for you as well. So as people are thinking of any questions they may have, I'll say this on behalf of my colleagues, thank you so much for your interest. Thank you for joining us on our virtual session today. Again, we're located downtown. You're welcome to drop in. If you have any curiosity pieces, you're welcome to see our campus. We do tours once in a while, but again, we're having this session happening 2 weeks from now. As questions are kind of coming in, and maybe people don't have them yet, they want to ask them later. That's something we can definitely do. But I would say this, and Rena, I might look to you because Rena and I work at the campus all the time, where our other 80 folks rotate between campuses. Some of the frequent questions I think that we see oftentimes is like, why is the portal? Like, what is this portal thing? And so I wanted to kind of showcase that and underscore the importance of that tool. That's something that our students use every single day, whether it be booking appointments, checking in, like asking questions, registering for different events and different experiences. It's a really fundamental piece of our program. But anything else, Rena, that you think from your area that you're like, students should know this or curious to know this, as people are asking some questions before we begin to wrap up. Okay, Rena, anything else to add to that one? Or are you good? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Just tagging on to the portal. It's not just about booking appointments, but and seeing what events are coming up on campus. But we really make an effort to look out for what sessions are employers having themselves? What virtual hiring events are they having? What are they having on site, and posting those events on our portal as well? Because we do recognize that being a student is a time-consuming effort, and having to do that research on your own and find out what's going on in terms of hiring and events can be daunting. So we do try to collect that all in one place, and we always encourage our learners to check the portal on a daily basis to see what's up and coming. Also, just wanted to add that we've had a lot of success stories through our peer mentorship programs. Students have been able to secure work through their mentors, through introductions to the networks of their mentors, and also at our campus recruitment events. We've had quite a few success stories of students being hired. So I think the focus on employability is definitely an advantage of being at this campus.
I'll close with this. That's great, Rena. Thank you so much. I think for us is recognizing that we are the International Graduate School. We are centered on that graduate experience. And so whether it be a student leadership opportunity, which I also am keen to share with you folks, we're actually in our recruitment cycle for that right now. Whether it be these industry events that Rena's talking about, we are approaching the work and engaging the students just like you, about focusing on that employability piece and what it's like to be a graduate student in the Greater Toronto area. So that's always front of mind for us. So I want to kind of mention that. But yes, like in most programs, we do have our orientation pieces, but we have more traditional pieces that are located at our campus center network. Again, our community connectors, peer mentors, and our student advisory committee are some of the opportunities you can have to join our community as a student leader. I think that's where I'll end things there. I don't see any other questions in the chat, so I think I'll leave it as it is. Thanks to my colleagues again for joining. Thanks for our IT team for supporting us as we navigate this as well. And thanks for you for tuning in as well. If you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out. I'm sure to the recruitment team they're happy to field questions like that as well. And I'm sure you can find us, reach out to us. We're approachable people. We're LinkedIn friendly. Look out for us. You're welcome to do that as well. But without further ado, I'll wrap things up there. Thanks for your time, folks, and all the best in your decision, whatever it is that you decide to do. Take care.
Take care. Thanks, everyone.